When hope is gone, undo this lock and send me forth on a moonlit walk. Release restraint level 0. Hey kids, wanna see a dead body?
Hi guys, this is the Void of the Ravenclaw. Welcome back to another fanfiction story. Now, before we start this, after this episode, I'll probably make one more, and that will be probably the end of the series. So, let you guys know ahead of time. There's only this part and one extra part, then this series will be completed, then I'll work on another one. So, let's get right into this. After his fight with his sister, Mina came over to Izuku, who's leaning against the wall, nursing his wounds he got from his sister. Are you alright, my love? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just going to be sore tomorrow. Mina dragged Izuku to the nearby bench as she placed a ice pack over his throbbing head. While Mina was taking care of Izuku, she noticed everyone is already being dismissed. Well, looks like class is over. Come on, love. I'm going to take you back to the dorm room. Mina grabbed onto Izuku's hand and led him back to the dorm room. Alright, mister. Shirt off. And lay down on the bed. Izuku took off his shirt and laid on the bed on his stomach, while Mina climbed onto his back and started to give him a massage. After several hours, Izuku finally felt relaxed. The moment Mina got off of Izuku pinned Mina to the bed. Well, aren't you feisty? Well, scary dragon, you have me where you want me. What are you going to do to your maiden you captured? This, as Izuku begins to kiss Mina passionately, then he gently starts kissing her neck, making her feel shivers all over her body. Izuku ripped Mina's clothes off and began to ravish Mina for the entire night, as they lay on the bed completely nude, or naked. Mina had a satisfied expression on her face. Wow, I don't know what came over you, but I like it. You're not the only one who's going to be sore in the morning. Love you, Izuku. As she snuggled with Izuku, as they're laying down from their passionate night. Love you too, my alien queen. As they both finally passed out, as we skip to the next day, as everyone's getting on the bus for the training camp, Mina and Izuku are cuddling on the seat on the bus, waiting for everyone to get on. As soon as everyone got on board, the bus started to drive. Well, the bus begins to drive towards their location. Inko and Ozawa, or AKA Eraserhead, are sitting in the front seat of the bus, while the rest of the class are talking amongst themselves. So, Izuku-kun, what do you think our training's going to be like at the camp? Knowing my mother, it's probably going to be vicious and extreme. Those poor fools don't know what they're in for. I kind of feel sorry for them, for the rest of the class. Not sorry enough to warn them, of course. As you can see, Mina has a... Well, as Mina sees, Izuku has a smirk on his face. Izuku could tell his girl is getting a bit nervous about what what he just said. Izuku held onto Mina's hand while her head was leaning against his shoulder. You don't need to worry, Mina. You're not as weak as the rest of the class. You'll do fine. Her once scared face turned into determination. Alright, class, we're here. Get off the bus in a single file line. Inko watched her class get off the bus, where her class has a confused expression on their faces, as the bus stopped on the road near a cliff, as the whole class sees the pussycats waiting for them. When the class were about to ask, where are they? As there's a landslide, as everyone gets knocked off the cliff, leaving the students panicking. You were always a clever one, son. As she turns to her son, leaning against the bus with Mina. I suggest you get moving, son, or you won't be able to eat. And before I forget, dear, no flying. Get moving. Izuku shrugged his shoulders as he picked up Mina bridal style and jumped off the cliff, sliding down the cliffside, while Mina had her arms wrapped around his neck tightly. Izuku, watch out. Dodge to the right. Izuku dodged to the right, barely missing the humongous rock mud golem that came out of nowhere. Well, that's interesting. You ready, Mina? Yeah, I'll take care of it. Mina could already figure out what her boyfriend had in mind, so Izuku tossed Mina in the air towards the mud rock golem as she infused her fist with magic, making the mud creature splatter all over the place as she lands on the ground right next to Izuku as they begin running to catch up with the rest of the class. Izuku noticed several of the same creatures that the Mina destroyed, moving directly in front of them. Izuku unleashed a devastating fire blast out of his mouth, vaporizing the mud creatures. As they continued their way with incredible speed. They pass the class while Mina's on Izuku's back, as she has her legs wrapped around Izuku's waist, as her arms is wrapped around his neck, making sure she doesn't fall off. After several hours of running, he finally made it to the camp. At the same time, Bakugo arrived at the camp alongside with Shin and Lu, or his sister Lu, and Shoka Todoroki. Izuku did notice a little boy sitting by himself glaring at everyone. He had no idea what the kid's problem was, but he didn't really care. He stuck to himself, only talking to Mina. Bakugo did try to approach the boy from giving him scowled looks, only for him to get kicked in the balls, making the serious dragonkin cackle a little bit from the kid's actions. After the teacher and the rest of the heroes arrived, they started preparing lunch for everyone. It's getting kind of late, class. I want you to get plenty of rest. Your training will begin tomorrow. Class 1B should be arriving tomorrow, so in the meantime, feel free to use the hot springs. Izuku didn't go to the hot springs with the rest of the class. He decided to take a stroll through the forest by himself, just enjoying being in nature. As he noticed Bakugo and Shin was following him. I know you're there. Come out. As Shin and Bakugo step out of the shadows of the trees. Bakugo and Shin come rushing at Izuku as he activates his dragon skin armor, absorbing the huge explosion, catching both of their fists with his hands. Izuku kneed Shin, then kick... Izuku kneed Shin, then kick him in the stomach as he ran his head into Bakugo's skull. "We're gonna take you down." Interesting. I never thought to see the day where you two team up with you. Sorry. I never... Sorry. Try again. Interesting. Never thought the day would come to see you two team up against me. You honestly think I was going to let it go, you damn lizard? You embarrassed me at the Cork Blast tournament. Even if I had to team up with Shin over there. We came upon an agreement. We agreed to put you in your place. Isn't that right, Shin? Exactly. I might not like Bakugo over here very much, but we both hate you more. So my dislike for you outweighs the dislike I have for Mr. Explosion over here. Well, boys, what are you waiting for? I was a bit disappointed I couldn't beat you into the ground, Explosion Boy. So I'm game. Let's dance. But let's not do this here. After all, you don't want to start a forest fire, do you? Fine. Follow me. As they followed Izuku deeper into the woods to an open area, as they found themselves in a large field. Let's do this. As the three rush forward, Bakugo unleashes the explosion while Shin unleash huge fireballs as Izuku slide under their fireballs in the explosion. Then he uppercuts Shin up in the air. Launch Shin up in the air with the uppercut. Then Izuku land a combination barrage. Several strikes using his hands and feet into Bakugo, making him go sliding backwards, as Shin lands a fist across Izuku's face, making him go sliding backwards, as all three of them have a grin on their face. As the three of them brutally exchange blows with each other, smiling the whole time. As there were sounds of large explosions in the distance, one after another, into the forest, Izuku disappeared and reappeared right in front of both of the boys, and placed his hands on both their chests, slamming them into the ground. Then Izuku jumped backwards to get some distance between the two of them. Slowly, the three boys are gaining respect towards each other while they're continuing their vicious battle. I'm quite impressed by the two of you. I acknowledge your power, though I won't be holding back anymore. Dragon Fist Barrage. As flames engulf Izuku's hands as he rush Shin and land fists into his stomach, then continue his attack by landing several combination strikes into his chest, ended it with a palm strike, making Shin go flying backwards, going through a couple trees. Then he spin kicked and land a flaming spin kick across Bakugo's face, as he creates several fireballs hovering over the two of them, with one gesture with his hand. All the fireballs come rushing downwards towards his two opponents, as several explosions can be heard. Shin and Bakugo are on the ground, breathing heavy, as the three boys start to laugh. You know what? You're kind of a douche, Izuku, but you're not so bad. I agree with the get-go. I'm starting to like you. We should probably hit back before your mother kills us. I really don't want to go through another of her brutal training. That woman scares the shit out of me. As the three boys returned back to camp, laughing and talking to each other. Yeah, before I forget, Izuku, sorry about what I did to your girlfriend. I kind of have problem with my anger most of the time. My mother's been helping me with that. But that doesn't mean I'm going to give up. I'm going to beat you one of these days. As long as you apologize to Mina, it's all under the bridge. I took it a little too far during our match. But I do look forward to the day where you challenge me. I can't wait. I can't wait for you to get stronger so I can have a real fight. When they got back to the camp, the rest of the class saw the three of them joking around, talking like they're old friends, confusing the entire class. What's going on, Mina? I thought the three of them hated each other. As Kennedy has the same thought, along with Shoka Todoroki. I don't know, Jiro. I've never seen him like that with other people before, but I'm definitely going to find out. As Mina made her way over to Izuku, she wrapped her arms around his waist and gave him a kiss on the cheek. Explain. Me and Shin and Bakugo sorted out our problems with a good old-fashioned spar, so I'm cool with him, for now at least. Mina was about to say something, but Shin walked up to them and apologized for what happened during the sports festival. Mina smiled and told him that it was no big deal. Mina stared at Izuku for a little bit, then she had a smile on her face. I'm happy to see you're getting along with the rest of the class, with our classmates. But you're not hurt, are you? I'm fine, Mina. I'm a little sore, but I'm mostly undamaged. We should probably get some sleep. It's going to be a busy day tomorrow. As Mina dragged Izuku to their room that they'll be using, as they retired for the night. The next morning, someone kicked down their door. Rise and shine, lovebirds. Sister, what are you doing here? Training you, of course. I'll be your instructor while you're at this training camp. I wouldn't allow the other humans to train you. You won't be able to learn anything. You won't be able to learn much from them. You still have much to learn from your dear older sister. Now get out of bed and get dressed and meet me outside. You too, Pinky. I'll be training you, of course. As she walked out of the room, she could hear her brother complaining and groaning about pushy sisters. After some time passed, she sees the two of them finally get out of the hut, or sorry, step out of the little shack they've been staying in, or what it's called. I don't really know what it's called. I guess it would be called a large cabin. I don't really know. Anyways, let's continue. Good, you're here. Please follow me. After walking a little bit, they found themselves in a large clearing where Izuku had a little spar with Shin and Bakugo. Pinky, I want you to sit down and channel your magic until it becomes second nature. Then we'll improve the use of your magic to enchant your physical strength. And for you, my dear little brother, I want you to repeatedly make fireballs and have them hovering in the air. Then dispel them, then continue that process. After several hours of monitoring Mina's control of her magic over and over again, she noticed some improvement, but there's still much room to grow. As she informed Mina to take a break, as she watches her brother create several fireballs in great numbers and dispel them over and over again. As the sun started to set, that's enough, you two. Why don't you head back to the camp and rest up? We'll continue this tomorrow. You both did a good job. Several days has passed as the class was sent out into the forest for the test of courage. The pussycats were worried about Coda, that seemed to disappear out of nowhere. Manole asked Izuku to fetch her nephew. She knows he can fly, so he can cover more ground. As he took flight, as we cut to the League that are in the forest getting ready to attack the camp. You know the plan. Keep the students busy. Let's try it again. You know the plan. Keep the students busy. While compress. Capture my dragon. Dobby and Toga, come here, for a moment. Sure thing, boss lady. I want you two to keep an eye on Muscular. I don't trust him. He's not really a team player. Toga, if he betrays us, kill him. I want you to shadow him. Make sure he does what he's supposed to do. And for you, Dobby, I'll leave your family problems to you. As long as I get my prize, I don't care what you two do. Have fun. Compress, make sure you get... Oh, give me? Compress, make sure you get my dragon. I don't care what happens to the rest of them. As Compress tip his hat towards Shigaraki, as they begin their assault on the camp, at the same time Izuku found the kid on some sort of cliffside. There you are, kid. As he sat right next to Koda, your aunt's worried about you. Leave me alone, you wannabe hero. I don't know why you even bother being a hero. You're just gonna die anyways. I highly doubt that, kid. I'm not easy to kill. Whatever, just leave me alone. Izuku was about to say something when he got up. He heard some footsteps behind him as he got struck across the face as he goes flying, skidding across the ground. Look what we have here. You kind of look familiar, kid. Have we met? You, as Koda has a terrifying expression on his face. As he tried to spray Muscular with water. That quirk. It reminds me of the water hose heroes. You kill my parents, I'm gonna kill you. Now this is hilarious. Now I can finish off the entire family. Come here, brat, so I can crush your skull. Before Muscular could approach the kid, he got struck across the face as he goes flying across the way, hitting the rock cliff hard. Ow, I kind of felt that. Stand behind me, Koda. I have a bad feeling about this one. Toga is leaning against the wall of the corner of the rock, watching the confrontation between Muscular and Izuku. As she touched her earpiece, compress. I found the target. He's fighting Muscular. The fight's about to start. I can see why Boss Lady is so interested in him. He's kind of cute. Muscular activated his muscle fibers as he grows inside, as he rushed towards Izuku. Muscular was quite surprised when his face was... Muscular was quite surprised with his fist was blocked by Izuku crossing his arms and blocking his fist. Impressive. I've only made these fly back slightly. Now this becomes a lot more interesting. Well, this is troubling. Muscle fibers. Fascinating. You have an impressive ability. What's your name, villain? Sure, I'll tell you my name. This is the last name you hear before I kill you. Name's Muscular Kid. What's yours? Name's Izuku. Izuku, you say? Oh, I remember that name. From that crazy bitch. As he's referring to Shigaraki. Let's move things along, shall we? Muscular. I need to get this little one back to his aunt. As dragon scales begin to cover Izuku's body, leaving non-exposed skin, as he rushes forward, so does Muscular. As their fists collide, making a huge shockwave. When their fists collide, Muscular uses his other fist and ram into Izuku's stomach, making him sliding backwards. As you see the trail of dirt when he was dragging from the ground. From basically sliding backwards. At the same time he was sliding backwards, he unleashed several medium-sized fireballs, hitting Muscular in the chest, making him go flying backwards, hard against the rock surface. When Muscular got up, Izuku rammed his claws into the shoulder of Muscular, ripping through the muscle fibers. With his opposite hand, he launched a powerful punch, shattering his right shoulder, shattering the bone. As Izuku grabbed Muscular by the face and slammed him to the ground repeatedly, then dragged him by the hair. As he picked him up by the hair over the cliffside, with one swift motion, he plunged his claw right through Muscular's chest. As Muscular coughs up blood, as he dropped him off the cliffside, if the blood loss don't kill him, the fall will. He picked up Koda and deactivated his dragon skull armor. Hold on tight, Koda. Thank you for avenging my parents. As the little boy starts crying. It's alright, little one. Some villains are too dangerous to be kept alive. I'm not afraid to cross that line. As he took flight, as he saw the forest on fire, he finally found Manly and handed the kid over to her, as he ran through the forest to help his classmates without a second thought. Mina was running through the forest, trying to find Izuku. She overheard several members of the League of Villains talking about their main target. She was panicking when she found out they were after her very own Izuku. She was very relieved to see him running towards her, but that soon relief expression turned to horror as he was turned into a small marble. I do apologize, young miss, but I'll be taking him from now. I'll be taking him now. As he tipped his hat at the young girl, as he jumped off, Mina gave chase only to be intercepted by a wall of blue fire. Sorry, girl, your little boy toy has a appointment to go to. Give him back to me, you bastard. Sorry, girl, that's not going to happen. When Dobby was about to walk away, a huge wall of ice blocked his path. Where do you think you're going, villain? Why are you after Izuku? What, no hug, little sister? I'm truly hurt. I don't know what you're talking about. You're no brother of mine. So cold. Answer my fucking question. What have you done to my friend? Because of our touching reunion, I'll give you a little bit of info. Apparently, the boss lady has been very eager to meet him again. Now, let's see how much you've grown. As Dobby unleashed his fire at his little sister, Shoka did the same with her fire. As red and blue fire collide with each other. Compress is jumping from tree to tree until he got to Toga as he tossed the marble towards her as Toga catches it in her hands. Mission complete. We should probably head back to the others. What happened to Muscular? The Dragon Boy killed him. It was quite impressive display of power. Impressive. Muscular is not a easy opponent to defeat or kill. Most impressive. Togo said goodbye and ran towards the meetup point. When she arrived, she jumped through the black purple portal. So did Mr. Compress. Shortly after Toga did. After the attack on the camp, all the villains retreated. After they captured their target, everyone noticed they're missing someone. One of my students are missing. Where's my son? As Mina's looking down, they took him. I tried to stop them, but I was too slow. Damn it, it's my fault. Ingo placed a hand on Mina's shoulder. It's not your fault. We were unprepared for this. Tina, are you able to track your brother? My son? I know a spell that can be able to track him down, but it's going to take some time. I need to gather some opponents. I know my brother can take care of himself. Don't worry, Mina. We'll find him. As Ingo gave Mina a hug to comfort her. The next day, everyone returned to class. Class 1A didn't seem like the same without Izuku, their missing friend. Mina spent every single moment she was not in class training non-stop because there was no Nomu. Momo didn't make any tracker, so they were left to only rely on Tina. As we cut to the League of Villains, as you see Izuku bound to a chair with some sort of metal wrapped around him, with some sort of runes engraving into it, canceling his magic. She used the same runes, all scattered all across the room, to keep the dragon from running away. With magic at least. He could probably get out with his physical strength, but he's unconscious currently. Izuku woke up from hearing a whispering in his ear. Rise and shine, my little dragon. Didn't I tell you we'll meet again pretty soon? Alright, you can't talk because I gagged you. Allow me to remove that, shall we? Why did you capture me and what do you want? You silly dragon. I want you, of course. Sensei wanted you dead. He deemed you a threat. I do not agree with that, so I took you off the board for a little bit. It's for your own good, of course, sweetheart. Something's been going on with Sensei. He's been on edge recently. Yes, I'm going to be... Sorry? It has to do with that other dragon. I believe his name... that other dragonkin. Bahamut. Personally, I can't stand that bastard. After a few days, the heroes were about to move to attack the League of Villains. After she located her brother, but the sky turned to black as a large beam of light come from shooting out of the air from Island. Tina felt the magic covering majority of the city. Tina immediately put up a barrier over the school, protecting all the students, and surprisingly majority of the heroes were on campus at the time. As the humans begin to as the humans begin to basically revert into nothingness, as like their age was reverted until they were unborn. After a mass panic, the first hour, majority of the city were all reverted to nothingness. Only a rare few civilians survived. Damn him. It's Diop. It's Bahamut. What's going on, Tina? Tell everyone not to leave the campus. It's Bahamut. I thought we had more time in this. As we cut to the League of Villains, Togo bursts through the door. Shiggy, something's going on. People are dying all over the city. It's all over the news. I don't know if I said this or not, so I'm gonna just repeat myself. Does be careful. Toga bursts through the door. Shiggy, something's going on. People are dying all over the news. Izuku can sense the magic heading towards their direction. He can sense its magic combined with Ares' quirk. He doesn't know that yet, but when Shigaraki got off him, he burst out of the chair and ran out the door, then slammed his hand onto the ground, creating a barrier covering the League of Villains base, preventing whatever going on, killing everyone inside. Damn you, Bahamut, as he crunches teeth as he has his hand into a ball. Things have drastically changed. Shigaraki, I want to speak with your sensei. Togo was about to attack, but Shigaraki gestured her to stand down. Of course, my love. Anything you say. I knew that bastard was up to something. I'd never liked the guy. Anyways, follow me, my love. After she talked to the after she talked to the rest of the league and talked to Kirigiri, as they agreed, as she got a hold of her sensei, as he agreed to meet Izuku. As Izuku walked through the portal to see a man sitting on some sort of chair, hooked up to machines with some sort of helmet over his head. Well, I did not expect this meeting to happen. Young Tasuma. So you must be all for one. And you must be my apprentice's fascination. Are you aware what's going on? I am. It seems Bahamut has betrayed me in the league. But my mission doesn't change. And what's your main objection, all for one? To kill All Might, of course. And to rule this world. This is much bigger than your feud with the #1 hero. Bahamut doesn't care about heroes or villains. His goal is to wipe out humanity, so he could take the planet for himself. This is about saving humanity, not fighting your grudge. Don't you see? You see that, don't you? I know you're not that stupid. I did not realize his full aim until it was already too late. What do you suggest? A temporary alliance out of survival. When we dealt with the current threat, you can go back to your normal activities. We'll go back to hero versus villains. Until then, I suggest we team up. It's for all your survival. Wouldn't you agree? As much as I hate the idea of teaming up with heroes, there won't be much left if this continues. And that barrier you created over the bar is protecting the league. Luckily, we're too far away down. The magic can't affect us down here. Very well. I agree to a temporary alliance. Young Tizuma. As Izuku and All for One shook hands, as All for One knew he wasn't human, so there was no need for him to search for if he has a quirk. He knows exactly he doesn't have one. So that's where we're going to cut it. Hope you guys have a good night and day. Judge my time zones, and I'll catch you in the next video.